I'm Benthelooney, and the average 18-year-old American spends more time watching TV than going to school. People are requesting me to do yet another rant on Teen Titans Go.
Creeping like a creeper, creeping like a creeper.
Still having nightmares from that. But, folks, me ranting on Teen Titans Go is only giving the writers of it what they want. They've made it clear that we just don't give a what we think, and have purposely turned the show into a great big troll. Well, I ain't gonna support that. Besides, I'd much rather talk about how great the original show was. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Right now. Let me take you back to 2003. What a great year that was. Star Wars Kids set the standard for internet videos, Steve Bartman prevented the Chicago Cubs from going to the World Series, and Cartoon Network was going into a new direction. Many of the classic cartoons were nearing the end of their runs, so Cartoon Network decided to do something different. Warner Brothers Animation cooked up a show that broke away from the traditional Cartoon Network, shaking things up a bit and changing the game forever. That show was Teen Titans. It was unlike anything I'd seen before. An animated series that had the wacky elements of a Tex Avery cartoon, the slimline design of an animated, and topped all off with ass-kicking action. I was 10 going on 11 when this show came on. It was the moment I realized I was growing up, as cartoons were starting to become a little more badass. Never have I seen such a cartoon with such diverse range of characters all together on one team. You had the strong and dependent leader, Robin, the bubbly and optimistic foreigner, Starfire, the funny guy, Beast Boy, the strong tech whiz, Cyborg, and your favorite character and mine, the gothic telepath with a heart of gold, owner of the best legs in animation. I mean, damn! Look at them legs, man! Raven. 5 of the most interesting, appealing, and relatable characters all together in one show. That doesn't happen often. When I was a lad, Starfire was my favorite. For obvious reasons. I was going through puberty, don't judge me! But later on, I started to gain a liking to Raven. I was so fascinated by her character. She could be wanting to kill you one moment, but she's calm and collected the next. She's the kind of girl who you want to date, but are afraid of at the same time. Stars, I love you, but sometimes we all gotta go to the dark side. Teen Titans is a show that excels at action. Some of the best action scenes I've ever seen put it to animation. Every time I watch this show, it still fascinates me how intense and thrilling it is. For 65 episodes, the action never gets old. The crew always tried something new to keep the viewers entertained, and I think they more than succeeded at that. Some may pass off Teen Titans as a mindless action show, but the main quality that keeps me coming back is the storytelling. They say bad stories can't save good art, but a good story can save bad art. Thankfully, Teen Titans excelled at both, giving us some of the most enthralling, and at times, darkest storylines I had seen up to that point. Each season had one story arc that led to an intense 2-part finale by the end. In Season 1, we had the rise of Slade, and Robin's obsession with catching him, leading to Robin being forced into being Slade's apprentice. Season 3 belonged to Cyborg, as he's tasked in going into Hive headquarters to take down Brother Blood. Season 4, it's the end of the world as Raven is set to fulfill her destiny of bringing the Dark Lord Trigon to power. Finally, in Season 5, Beast Boy's old foes, the Brotherhood of Evil, rise again to stomp out all the teen superheroes around the world. No, I'm not stupid. I know 3 doesn't come after 1. I just figured I'd save the best storyline for last. Season 2, we're introduced to Terra. She's an Earth mover who doesn't have control of her powers, but later comes back and becomes a member of the team. We spend 3 episodes getting to know her, welcoming her as a new member of the Titans. But then she shows her true colors as she aligns with Slade, nearly killing her former teammates. Ha! This ain't the Cartoon Network I grew up with anymore. And I love it. I mean, jeez! Can you think of a story arc that matched the level of intensity and drama in any other Cartoon Network show? I can't. Being a kid growing up, what's the worst thing that could happen to you? Besides getting your GameCube taken away. It's getting betrayed by your friends. People you felt you could trust turning their backs on you when you need them most. It really causes a kid to realize the harsh realities of life, doesn't it? I love the other seasons a lot, but to me, Season 2 is the best. Watching Tara go from a cute, giggling friend to a dark, evil enemy always catches me off guard, even when I know it's coming. Quite an intense cartoon, isn't it? Well, the creators knew that. So when they weren't scaring the crap out of us and giving us an excuse to be depressed as children, they were making us laugh with some of the funniest episodes, and not just an action cartoon, but any cartoon. There are two kinds of Teen Titans episodes. One uses the English version of the theme song that leads to serious and dark episodes. The other is a Japanese version of the song, letting you know you're in for a WTF hilarious episode. Because, as we all know, the Japanese can't take anything seriously. Right? Right? Some people might consider the comedic episodes, what's the word, filler, but they still showcase some humorous settings to put the characters into to see how they would all react differently to the same situation. Some of my favorites of these are Bunny Raven. In this one, the team gets sucked into Mumbo the Magician's hat, where the Titans are turned into animals. And the title doesn't lie, Raven turns into a cute, fuzzy, fuzzy bunny! Aww. Another great one is Don't Touch That Dial. The villain Control Freak is on the loose, using his powers to invade TV channels, and the Titans try to stop him. It's TV parodies galore in this one, and I love every second of it. Finally, Employee of the Month, possibly one of the weirdest episodes of a non-surreal cartoon I've ever seen. Beast Boy gets a job at a fast food joint that only serves meat. Yeah, meat. But it's not really meat, it's tofu meat. Oh, and it happens to be tofu from outer space that is being created by aliens who are kidnapping cows to replace them with tofu to take over the planet just so they can leave it and blow it up. Also, they're led by a talking piece of tofu voiced by Rob Paulsen. I love this show. Teen Titans was popular enough that it even got a movie, Teen Titans, Trouble in Tokyo. It's good. That's all I gotta say about it. It's Titans in Tokyo. That should give you an idea of what to expect. But the villain is pretty forgettable, and it shows signs that Teen Titans doesn't work as an hour-and-a-half long movie. The most noteworthy moment is the ending, with Starfire and Robin kissing. Aww. I should address the final episode of Season 5, as it's controversial still to this day. Tara appears again! The only problem is she doesn't know who she is, and Beast Boy is trying to get her to remember. Beast Boy doesn't understand what's going on, and all of a sudden, Slade appears. That's right, Slade is back from the underworld. Oh wait, it's not Slade, it's a robot. Okay, that's weird. Oh wait, Tara tells Beast Boy things change, and then he runs away. And that led to an amazing Season 6! It turns out, Tara was actually pretending to forget who she was because she was being used as a pawn. Not by Slade, not by Trigon, but Control Freak. Yeah, he used the remote to possess Tara in order to trick Beast Boy into telling the secret to get into the tower so he can try to get with Raven. But Raven then confesses her love to Beast Boy, and they kiss. Then, the Red X that took over after Robin's identity is finally revealed. It's none other than Batman. He appears because he's Batman. He's got to appear in everything DC related. Jinx joins the Titans, and her relationship with Kid Flash gets a little rocky, as Cyborg reveals he is Stone, who Jinx had a crush on when he was infiltrating the Hive. This leads to a love triangle episode where Kid Flash almost kills Cyborg. Fun times! The main villain in this season? Ben 10, who crosses over to this show to stop the Teen Titans because their cartoon is better than his. But they kill him. You, Ben 10. Finally, Robin and Starfire's relationship goes astronomical. Legend speaks of a lost episode that is actually a sex tape between the couple. It was never released on Cartoon Network because one of the sex positions Robin and Starfire formed was a crucifix, which they were afraid was going to offend Christians. It was only released on Pornhub on August 19, 2008, but was removed after a mere 3 minutes of being up due to Ted Turner threatening to destroy every last copy of Teen Titans DVDs if the episode was ever leaked again. So, to make up for the lack of this sexual episode, the animators had to make a new one 48 hours till airtime, which amounted to just an episode of the Titans watching cat videos on YouTube. Other than a few clunkers, it was a great season. Not as good as seasons 2 or 4, but close enough. Nah, that didn't happen. Teen Titans was mysteriously cancelled after season 5, leaving lots of questions left unanswered, and quite possibly the worst series finale of a cartoon I've ever seen. I like to think of Titans Together as the series finale, and Things Change is just filler. Had this episode had a second part, I'm sure it wouldn't have been as ridiculed as it is. All we want is some closure, damn it! No matter, Teen Titans came and conquered in the mid-2000s, leading the way for action cartoons for the rest of the decade. It came out at a time when me and my friends were on the verge of becoming teens, but we weren't ready to grow up just yet. It was the perfect show that gave us all the badassery we were seeking as we got older, while still being animated and allowing us to have fun. 13 years later, this show has aged very well. In an era where action cartoons are becoming an endangered species in kids' television, Teen Titans still holds up as a show that entertains, thrills, and makes us laugh. It's one of my favorite animated shows, and it only gets better every time I watch it. Unlike...
Creeping like a creeper, creeping like a creeper.
Oh, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. I'm Benthelooney, and I shall continue my search for the lost Robin and Starfire sex tape. For research purposes.